Alright, so just part 2 of how to play poker. Continuing on with the last video I made. This is the same day, I just had to redo the video up, because I can only do 10 minutes at a time on this video, because I didn't actually buy the recording. But right now I have an 8 and a king. Pair of kings, 9 kickers. And this is a pretty decent hand because I have a king, a pair of kings, and then that 8 is pretty high. One thing higher than that 8 on the table is the 9. So if they have a king and a 9, then they're likely to beat me, but you have to, guess and know what they're doing. You have to keep an eye on your opponent. Watch them if they call or if they raise or if they check. So I'm putting money out. I'm betting right now because I do have a decent hand, and there is a likely chance that I could win. And anytime there's a likely chance I can win, I always bet as little as possible if I don't have the biggest hand I think that's on the table. Right now I have 2 pairs of kings and 8. See, I have both of those cards in my hand and both cards laying on the table, so I'm going to actually raise every time I do a bet. And because of that, I won 1,900 because I had both of those cards in my hand and both of those cards was on the table. And the other 2 players did not have anything higher than what I had. Now I have a 10 and a 4. 10-4. Ace kicker. I have a pair of 4s, but that's the 4 isn't the highest thing laying on the table. The ace and the king is, you should know it's higher than a 4. It will be the 4, so technically my hand is low, it's not the best. So as long as I can keep clicking check and not have to call or bet, then I'll stay in the game without folding, just to see if I can win that 60 gold. And I won because he folded. But if he would have called or he would have made a bet, I would have folded because I wouldn't want to make a bet on the hand I had. Now I have a 5 and a 2. 9 high. I can't stand when I get these 9 highs. Or 8 or anything high. Like, it's always an issue depending on if you want to play those highs. So I'm going to fold. And if you look over in the left bottom hand corner, you can see all my winnings that I've won because I didn't start the video off when I first came in, but if you look at it, it says Capt Ghostly won 3,900. Keep looking down, it shows Capt Ghostly won 5,180, 500, 60, 1,620, 1,500, 60, 1,900. So I came in with that 3,000 and I won a fight a bit of money in no time. Alright, I have ace high, a 5 and a 2. But it's not a good hand, so I'm definitely not going to bet on this hand. I'm just going to stay in the game long enough for me to be able to check every time until they make me fold. And if they don't make me fold, then I'm just going to stay in the game to the end because I'm not putting any money on the table. So as you see, I lost, but I didn't bet anything else, so I really didn't lose anything but what I had to put in to stay in the game at the beginning of the game. Now I have a 5 and an 8. Let's see what the dealer throws out on the table, shall we? A pair of 6. Oh, I have a 6 and an 8. My fault. 6, a pair of 6s. That's alright, but that 6 isn't the highest on the table, so I'm not going to try to make a high bid on that. And I see that he's not actually betting, so when I say you have to watch them, if they don't actually do a lot of big bets, then they probably don't have a good hand. And if they do a big bet, like raising high, then they probably have a good hand. You probably want to back out if you're not sure that your hand is going to be better than theirs, because then you're just going to lose a lot of money and you're going to be mad. But I didn't bet too much. I'm just staying in the game right now because I think he's bluffing. But he had a pair of queens, so he wasn't bluffing. He beat me. But I stayed in the game because I thought he was. It all depends on what you think. You have to guess what the other player has. Sometimes you can get them and sometimes you don't. I have a pair of 4s, 7 kickers. The 4 is the second highest card on the table right now, so I'm going to stay in it. I'm not going to fold unless they make me fold. I'm just going to sit here nicely at the table and bide my time while I watch them. And they both folded, so I won. Even though they probably could have beat me. I don't know what hands they had because I couldn't see, but they probably could have beat me if they stayed on the table. Now I have a 10 and an 8, which is an awesome hand. That's a great hand because they're both hearts. And they're the highest card you can get and the highest number card you can get. And both of them are on the table. An 8 and a 10 is laying on the table, as you can see. So I'm going to bet full blast this time. Like, I'm going to bet as high as I can to make the other player on the table have to put money down. So he can't check. As long as I keep raising the bet, he can't check. He has to keep putting money down if he wants to stay in the game. And I have a good hand, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to win. And there's no pairs laying on the table either, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a pair. And wham, I just won 900. See, it's easy to win if you have to watch the video, understand it, and know what you're doing. 3 and 4. Now, 3 and 4, that depends what he throws on the table, but I don't know. I'm probably not going to play this hand. This hand is not playable for real. But I'll stay in the game as long as I can. As long as he doesn't make a bet, I can keep checking. He checks. I'm going to check. No reason to make a bet on this. And I won because he folded. But see, I definitely did not have a good hand, and I definitely was not about to make a bet on that. I only won because I stayed in the game and they didn't bet. Now I have a 3 and a 6. And there's a 2, 5, and 4, and I have a straight to the 6. Now what that means when it says straight to 6, you see how there's 2, 5, and 4, and my hand is 3 and 6. Basically, you can put those in order and